Just text, I know it's a toss. Oh, but I hate the fact that we lost touch. Ayy, the Uber pulling up on call. Tell me, is you trying?
Oh, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. And the sun is shining here in Florida in the Tampa Bay area. Thank you so much for you being here. This has been an amazing morning, an amazing week for me. I got a lot of views too this week, and that helped. But the ones that have really supported me, thank you so much. Hey, Jay, I missed you a whole lot. How you doing? You out of school today? And just me coming on once a week. I thank you so very much. Thumbs up, thumbs up. And if you share me out, I'll put you on my little ticker tape. And I'll definitely say thank you for doing it. Hey, Rooted, how are you doing this morning? I should have had you up here this morning. Talking about, because you're newer than me on the YouTube creator side. I probably should have had somebody up new when I think about it, newer than I am, because I'm still new going into 3 years. But I have learned so much in these 3 years of being a YouTube creator. Hey, Keish, I should have had Keisha up here too. She working today. But how you doing, Keisha? How are you doing? And when is that next cruise? One of these days, I'm going to have to catch a cruise. One of these days, just not now. People say I'm never going to go on a cruise. Thank you so much for looking at my ass. That helped so much. They even got me a payout this month for people really, really helping me. What you said about me? Oh, I was just saying that I should have had you up here with me, but you're working is what it is. Because I love talking about being a YouTube creator. I think that's one of my top topics, is talking about, being a YouTube creator going on 3 years now. So it's been, seemed like a long time. And even this morning, when I got up, my mornings were already busy. They were, I've already got up, took my shower, meditated, then start working on trying to clean up my video for this afternoon that should have been ready. It could have been ready, but I just been messing around with it, trying to make it a little shorter. And, so there is so much to do when you're a YouTube creator. There is just so much. And I just didn't, realize honestly how much it really was, to be honest. All the pieces. But whenever you work for yourself, I know about that part, because you're going to work your tail off. But it's just so many pieces. And even in these 3 years, because it'll be 3 years in September, is there, YouTube changed just so fast. This is social media. Social media is made for young people. It really is. That's what social media is all about. But older people, they come in and they give it all they can give it, and some of us make it through, even with the young people. Everybody don't make it through. A very smart percentage get that 10,000 organically. Let me make sure I say that, because people do get 10,000 subs, but it's not organic, So very few of us make it to that 10,000 spot organically. Okay. And another thing I thought about this morning, I made myself so many notes. Thank you, everybody that's here. If you could share me out, please share me out. And that'll help me this morning, especially with me going on once a week. And I understand that that but even if I get one person in here, honestly, I'm gonna keep talking my butt off. That's one thing about YouTube creators. We talk our butts off. Hey Deb, my best friend. Hey Lisa, good morning. How are you doing this morning, Lisa? And also too, with me doing my shorts daily, I see a lot of new names. And then also my vlogging, even though my numbers aren't big, but they are getting, larger. And also new names are appearing, which I love. And I love my OGs too. And that's the thing about shorts. I've really changed my mind about shorts, y'all. Shorts they open up your channel to a broader audience. A lot of them will not look at your long term, but some people I have start looking at the long term and also have came into my chats in my lives. So that's even a plus on that. And but I am so busy. What about everybody in the chat? I know Rooted, he has a son, he has a husband, working 2 jobs. I know my friend Deborah, she works all different kind of hours, and these jobs aren't easy right now. I mean, if you got a good job and you got good people and you got good people over you, know that you're blessed. Know that you are blessed, because these jobs are not making it easy on you. But let me get back to Rooted. And you know what? I call you're in the summertime of your life. So if you're gonna get another baby, get it now, Rooted. Don't wait till later when you think you're ready. Do it now, because your young son, I think he's 5, and that's a good age to have him. And my kids are 5 years in between. I'm not sure, Keisha, how many years is your son and your daughter in between? I know there are some years in between there. Oh, well, happy birthday to Sir. And that's another thing too, is the only thing with Rooted goes on later in the evening. And 7 years. Okay, so she stayed the baby for a while. She stayed the baby for a while. And my son, 5 years, he stayed a baby. And once I got pregnant with my second child, he was fine while the baby was in the belly. But when that baby came out, oh no, his baby days was over. He was like, my mama's still picking me up at 5 years old. Oh my goodness, 15 years apart. So Lisa, how is that? What are the ages now of your daughters? So if one's 15, the other one, what are their ages now? Oh my God, 15. And then Keisha said, we tried for the 5-year gap, but okay, I am so sorry about your miscarriages. I knew that has to be a hard thing too. I never suffered one that I know of. I'm thinking one time, when I think back in my life, before I had my first child, I honestly think I had a really early miscarriage. Being so young, you're just thinking it's that extra bleeding and clotting, but I really think that was one. When I think back now, 15. Oh, Lisa, let me. If I had some, let me catch my pearls, girl. let me 15. Oh, but I know, that brings a lot of joy. I know I'm 13 years older than my baby sister. Now, we weren't really, really close, because by the time she was a little girl, I had got married. But now, since my mom's passed, my older sister passed, we are thick as thieves. Thick as thieves. So those years kind of get closer in, you know what I mean, as we get older. So, but it's good she has another sibling, no matter what age they are. I just think, it's good. And sisters, Girl, I have a brother too. Hey, Bud Files, thank you so much for coming in. And Bud Files too have been around for a long time. They're monetized. And they'll tell you it was a journey. It was a grind, wasn't it, Bud Files? They were going on lives in the evening. They were going on. I'm telling everybody, it is a grind with YouTube. Keisha said, wow, Lisa, I would never guess you had a 31-year-old child. You look amazing. I'll tell, girl, us women can fool you sometimes. Yeah, because my oldest is, I hate to even say this now. He'll be 46 this. No, I'm not going to say I hate it because I definitely wanted a baby. He'll be 46 this year. My youngest just turned 41. 41. Yeah, so I was even teasing about that, but he didn't think it was funny. He didn't laugh with me. So, yeah, but and then I never thought I would have 10 grandchildren either. Out of 2 sons, I never would have dreamed it in a million years. 10. My oldest has 7, my youngest has 3. So, and my youngest, he really loves his children. Not to say the oldest, but the youngest just really bonded in with his kids. He really is. And but both my sons are really, really good. But you just know your children. You really know your children. They're your children until the day you die, and I was teasing my son too that I could still call him boy. Baby boy. I teased about it yesterday. So, but let's get back to the creator part. With me going on 3 years, don't forget to thumbs up, thumbs up. Did anybody, when they came in, did you have a niche? Did you know what you were going to do when you started your YouTube channel? Because I know some people are mukbangers. They knew what they were going to do. Some people are cruise people. Some people, let's see who I'm thinking about. Rooted Famous. He does like the essential oils and all of that. So I'm pretty sure he kind of knew what he was going to do. Bud Files, historians, they go to different graveyards. We talk to the babies too. I don't want to forget my babies. But that's how I connect with them. Lisa, what's your niche? I guess I should ask that. Everybody in the chat, I kind of, like I said, Rooted, I kind of know. Keisha, I don't know if she's going to lean more to cruising, or because Keisha is a talker too. And that's what I say. Most of us are talkers. So I have no idea what Keisha want to do. But Lisa, that's right, from the other day with Trish, finance. Okay. And that is so important because Lisa, I worked at the bank for 15 years, made no money. And and I learned a lot from that, because just to let you know, because on YouTube you're working for yourself. So need to know a lot about finances. So Lisa might be a great person to go to, So let's see, and I haven't did my hashtag. Is it hashtag Betty? Somebody do hashtag, but what is it? Hashtag Betty, I think. I can't remember with my Nightbot. I haven't seen my Nightbot, have I? Yeah, it's on. It has, hashtag Betty. Is what it is. Keisha say, nah, I don't have enough money or time to make a niche of cruising. Well, Charlotte, some people that do cruising and don't go on cruising. I thought I'd throw that out there a little bit. Thanks, Keisha, for doing the hashtag. And Lisa, please do hashtag Betty so it will drop your link. But I did, Lisa, I learned a lot from banking because I left them and then I worked for myself. Girl, oh my God, 2000, early 2000s, and I never went back. I think it was before 2000. when I left the bank, and I never went back to hitting a punch clock. Never, ever, ever, ever went back. So I was blessed in that, because the first year, most businesses go out of business. Okay. So I knew that analogy, and I didn't want to be one of those. So usually if you could make it through the first 5 years, you're on your way. You are on your way. Okay. Okay. So what would you have done differently? Okay, some of you, okay, first let me ask, let's back up. How long have you been a YouTube creator? That's the best thing, because it would be 3 years for me in September. And the second question is, after you tell me how long you've been a creator, what would you have done differently from the start? What would you have done differently? I think famous is less than a year. Okay, Lisa, just over a year. And so all of us are new. Even 3 years is new. Bud Files, I'm not sure how long they've been in it. But I know Rooted's less than a year. I do know that. Hey, A-R. I'll just call you A. How you doing? How are you doing? I hit my year next month in March. Okay, almost there. Where you two gonna start taking away them little watch outs. We're gonna talk about that a little bit, because I think that is so important to talk about those watch hours too, because that is most what I would have done differently. And I want you to listen to me well, because I'm not saying don't network. When I started off, I networked too much. I networked so much. And also, Jamie can attest to that, because she even says about networking too much. I forgot about my own channel. I networked too much. I was on everybody live. I would look cute on some lives. I go up looking a hot mess. I was everybody live. Everybody. Everybody. A morning show every morning. He's not here anymore. I miss Shane. Oh God, I miss Shane. And so I was on everybody's. Lisa said, yes, that's what I would do differently. Put out more content in order to archive watch hours, collaboration lives early on. Lisa, let me tell you. Hey, Jamie. There's my Jamie. How you do? I hope you're doing better. Lisa, I got really blessed with the watch hour thing. I had Healthy G Mom. She told me from the beginning, thank God, that was a blessing. She said, start on your watch hours now. I don't care if you got one video. I don't care if you got 2 videos. Start. And I am so happy I listened, because before I got my 1,000 subs, I had my watch hours. But I like to always tell this story is Jamie. I don't know if you want to come up. I'll let you stand behind the thing. I know that's a rarity. That is a rarity. I let anybody stand behind the avatar. But because I could send you a link if you wanted to come up, because I know that you've been sick. So, and I would love to have you come up. But if not, you know me. You know us, girl. But anyway, I got the 4,000 watch hours way before I got the 1,000. And then please work on those watch hours, because once you get to that year, it's going to take away those watch hours. By the time you get the old way, how I used to think about it, I know you can have what, 500 people now and 3,000 watch hours. and then you could get monetized, but you just can't get commercials into it. So really, you're not making money. You're making money for YouTube. We always making money for YouTube, but you're making more money for them at that time. And I used to say, because with the 4,000, by the time you get 1,000, you get 500. Yeah, 500 people. You should have 1,000 watch hours. So by the time you get that other 500, you'll be right there. Okay, that's how I look at it from that. Lisa says, I have great, but you have over 2. Okay, and Lisa, most people are in that spot. So I'm telling you, the best way, grind it out. Do lives, playlists. But lives, that's gonna keep you up, because now if you're over a year, you're on an uphill battle. Because you're going to, the rolling watch hours, say like the hours you made yesterday from last year are going to drop off, already dropped off, So each day you're losing hours, whatever you made. So if you're not replacing those hours, then you're going to put yourself more in a predicament. Rooted says, I would have started working on my watch hours from the beginning and work on thumbnails and shorts and editing. Rooted, when I first came, we're gonna get back to watch hours too. When I first came, hey Granny, filming again. When I first came to YouTube, I did not know how to edit at all. Oh my God, there's Tommy. I knew my Tommy was coming. I knew gonna be doing them burpees in a minute. I missed you this morning. But we're talking about being a YouTube creator, and I didn't know how to edit. And I know at my age, if I learn how to edit, anybody can learn how to edit, okay? Yeah, and then thumbnails. I'm still working on thumbnails. Going on 3 years, I'm working on thumbnails. You're going to find in the YouTube world that thumbnails and all the other stuff, you keep changing. You constantly evolving. You're constantly evolving. And you do need to network. That's what I want to bring up too. You do still need to network, but you need to network just enough so you could take care of your own channel. Okay? So that's another thing. Shorts. I have a different thinking about shorts. The reason I didn't want to do shorts before was let me go over here for a minute. Nope, nobody said anything. Let me get back. Shorts, because my thinking was, I don't want to get lost either. Let me go. My thinking was, they're not looking at my long-term stuff. So I don't want to, really do shorts. But like I say, as you constantly evolve, now I thank you so much, Rooted. Now that, I've constantly evolved, is now I know shorts open up my world to people that would have never saw me, okay, at all. Even if they don't look at my long form content, but they still see me, and somewhere they may say, oh, you know what, I kind of like her in her, in her shorts. Maybe I need to see what's in her long form, because I do see new names in there. However, in my long form content, what's more important to me than views right now is, how long that they look at that video. The longer, the better. Even if I had 10 people and they looked at that whole thing, I would be so happy, So we all think about things differently, okay? And if you are not looking in that YouTube studio, start today. Learn it. They have YouTube videos on that to tell you exactly what you're looking at. Okay, and thank you on that. Tommy says within the last year, a lot of creators are making really long videos because long videos is what kind of keeps you in the game, and green videos, what they call it, like how to cut up a pineapple, how to cut up a chicken, how to, because that's what people they looking for. How. But I'm telling you, if I really like somebody, Tommy, I mean really like somebody, um, some of my vlogging people, they make 2-3 hour vlogs. I may not watch them the whole time, but I'll watch them. So that's what I'm saying. If you buy in, because like I said, when people come to our channels, we're strangers to them. They stay around long enough, then they become, subscribers. Then they stay around long enough, they become your fans. And that's what you want. Yes, evergreen. Thank you. Thank you so much. And that's what you want. You really want fans. You want people that's gonna stick there with you through thick and thin. I even have one person that's been with me from the beginning. So every time I see her name, so those are the ones that, like I say, I really want to know new people. There's a few people I follow do 2-3 hour videos. Yet the ones that I do is mostly vloggers. Granny says, that's right. I look at them disappointing numbers. It helps to learn a lot though. Yeah. And those numbers, what I want to say, I'm not going to say not as important to me. They don't upset me as much. Okay, let's talk about my short. Hey, April, how you doing? Let's talk about my shorts for a minute. And I've talked about this before. We're still going back to the watch outs because I think that's one of the most important things. But shorts come easy to me. Very easy. Vlogging does not. Don't come easy. It's something I'm going to learn how to master. Hey, Frosty, have not seen you for a while. Hey, Pete, how you doing? But yes, shorts, I have had amazing results with shorts. I learned with shorts, though, in order for people to really look at them, make them as short as you can, about 15 seconds or even shorter if you can. However, you got to make them interesting now. Okay. So when I do shorts, I have to go into another character. I wished I had my, let's see, let me open my notes. Not notes. I need to open my pages. Where is my pages? Right here. Yeah, because I have to go like into character. Let me do this. Try to see if I could bring it up. I'm trying to find one that did really well. Let me tell you about a new one I'm going to do and tell me how this one sounds. I haven't finished this, but this is a new one, but it's older women, how to keep a young man with things, money, he got none, car, he got a bike, house, he homeless. You lose those, you lose them, you lose him. I kind of like, but I kind of, just make it funny. It's like comedy with really, and people take it serious. So older women, how to get a young man or keep a young man with things. Money, he got none. Car, he got a bike. House, he's homeless. You lose those, you lose him. And I just come up with different ones. Let's see. April says, Miss Betty, what size do you wear? I have nice suits. I can't wear anymore. Girl, you know what? I don't even do the suit things anymore. Girl, I am so basic now, so I am so basic. I thank you, for the offer, but I'm just, what I love to do? I like tops, sweat bottoms, or leggings. Honey, it ain't no suit no more in that closet since the pandemic. I even want, what's the black and white sneakers I'm trying to think about, y'all? Shoot, I can't even think of the name. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But the black and white sneakers is what. But thank you so much, April. But suits, girl, what they say, tops and bottoms is me. You know, nothing dressed up. Keisha, you have your walk today, and if not, you get better. Okay, I must have missed something. Keisha said I had therapy. Yes, she went on live too. And again today, so I'm taking a rest today, sort of housework stuff and errands. Yes, she went on live yesterday on a walk, and she had tons of people in her chat. So thank you again, April. And April also goes live. If you have not, April, put hashtag Betty. If you have not been over to April, go over there and see. You know, she has a lot. April says I'm a legging girl now too. Yeah, not Adidas, Keisha. What's the other black and white shoes? Not kids. Why I can't Chucks? Chucks. That's what I'm thinking about. Chucks. Just plain black and white sneakers is all that I want. Yeah, Scratcher Pete. Jaden was in here. He probably still in here. He must have didn't have school today. Is what about. But okay, let's get back to the watch hour things because we kind of got off course. But okay, I know you got, they said about the 3,000 watch hours, but my thing is, and I tell everybody I know, is okay, 3,000 watch hours gets you there, gets you it gets you monetized. But I say, don't take your eyes off the prize. That 4,000, you want that. So don't slow up when you get the Jaden, you telling me I'm off school. Okay. Yeah, you told me, Jaden, before. But God darn it, forgot what I was talking about now. Shoot. I always do that. God darn it. But let's just get back to the watch hours. Ah, look at magnificent Germany, Darian. There he is, the religious man. The godly man. That's what you call it. Okay, Tommy, thank you so much for always stopping by. Oh, okay. But yeah, let's get back to the watch hours though. I forgot the other part I was saying. But yeah, keeping your eyes on the prize. That's what I was talking about. 4,000 watch hours. Now, one thing I want to share with you, because I say a lot of times creators, we have to share the good of YouTube and the bad and the ugly. And the ugly was, for me, was I got to 4,000 watch hours. It was the end of last year. And once YouTube audited my hours, it took me down. I wish I would have wrote down the numbers, back down to 3,000 something. And I wanted to cry. But then I said, you know what? They audited. You still got over 3,000, girl. So put your big panties on and go for it. And I started doing lives day and night. Me and Warmstrong. If you was up late, you definitely called him. Or you caught me nodding on Warmstrong's show. But it got me back up to the 4,000. And a lot of times with those hours, what happened is, thank you everybody that's here and thumbs up. What happened, why I lost some of my hours. I'm sure somebody thought that they was trying to help me out. So I'm going to take it at that. And two, before anybody do anything to anybody account, you ask them first. Ask them. Because they may not want your help. I didn't want that kind of help. So ask people before you decide to come up with this idea. And I know they do it out of love, but ask that person first if you want them to do that or not. Or somebody will do something without asking and ask you for something back. I've had it all. I've had people ask me for money. I just recently had somebody ask me for money. I'm like, I know you. You don't know me. Oh, what? That's what I wanted to write, but I just didn't answer them back. And they asked me in my in a comment. You know, usually they'll come to my Instagram, but they asked me, I don't even know you. Where you come from? They told me to super chat them. Super chat you well. I'm serious. They told me to super chat, please. Super chat me. Rudy says, the ugly for me is them trolls. I need to go live in the morning. Rooted. That's what I had wanted to talk to you about when I had came. Y'all gonna have to get stronger on that. Just knock them out. Don't talk to, knock them out your chat. See, the reason I didn't do it that night was because I wasn't sure how you handle it. So I did knock out one, but then I was trying to see how your other moderators operated and nobody did it. So I said, well, maybe that's not the way you do. Knock them out. That's all you do. Knock them out. And also, too, we have to be careful. You know, when you go to other channels, this is another thing. When you go to other lives, watch and see if they have that problem too. Okay? So that's another thing. And make sure your moderators understand, okay, I want to get rid of this. So let's just, whoever does it, ban them. Boop, boop, boop. They'll make up another channel. Bam, bam, bam. Okay? So I think that will help. You know, just trying to rationalize or reason or say something. Please don't say nothing smart. That even makes it worse. Okay? Because I know once years ago when I had started lives, I had major problems. Okay? So that's the only thing I can say is I don't know how to knock them out. You banned them. Let me go on this other side. I always have another browser open. And I'm trying to see and you can also hide them too. First, I would report, always hit the report button first, and then put them in timeout, I guess, or hide user on this channel. I probably would report first and hide user on this channel. That's what I would do. Report first, and I would remove. I would report first, and then I would hide user on that channel. That's what I would do. Report first and hide user on that channel. I'm trying to get back over here to see. Oh, yeah, they got it. When you're in live stream, those three little dots by the person's name, ban user and delete accounts. It's right there. You can do it. We can't ban them. You can ban them. We can, do other stuff, but ban user and delete their accounts. That's what you do. Okay, thanks, Darian, so much. So when you're on YouTube, there is a thing. Just don't say anything. Just hit it. Ban. Okay? So, yeah, but that's the only, way. And then when you go to other people's channels, see if they have a lot of those in their channels. So that's the only thing I can really say. But okay, we talked about watch hours and things we would have done differently. And the thing that I'm most proud of as a creator in the chat, what are you the most proud of as being a creator? And thumbs up to help me grow. Share me out, and I'll put you on my little ticker tape. And I'm telling you, Rooted, that's the only way. That's the only way. And also in the studio, if you go down to settings, You can also ban them that way. In the community, it's in the, you hit the community, first you hit settings, then the community tab, and then there's a box where you put all your people at. Or if you hit this button, it'll automatically go in there. Okay. And they may come back with a second or third channel. Okay. So you decide, and if you want them to stop, that's going to be your best way. Report first, then ban them. That's what I would do. Yeah. But what I'm most proud of, and what are you most proud of? One of the things I'm most proud of was getting my watch hours before I got that 1,000. And as soon as I got that 1,000 at 4,000, then YouTube automatically came and said, okay, now you could do the application or whatever you do at that time. So I was so proud. That was one of my most proud moments. I think more than getting monetized. Honestly, I worked so hard and grind so hard. All I can say, that was more than the monetization. It really was. Building my family community. I'm so proud, and reaching so many with plant-based products. Oh, okay. Well, I am happy for you. That's truly is. And I'm proud of my 600 plus family members and all the support. And that is really, really good. Really, really good that you build, an amazing community. And a community don't really have to be like huge. It really don't. It don't have to be like huge. But all I can say right now, with me going on 3 years, is constant change. I am constantly evolving. Okay, the short things I do daily now, every day. I've done it for 50 some days. 50 some, it might be 60 some days by now. And I've done them daily. And I've got pretty good numbers. Some I was thinking that there wasn't going to be that great, but YouTube, because they have where people watch them 110% or 200, so they're looking at them 2 or 3 times at once. So what YouTube do a lot of times, I have so much stuff out there, they'll hold one back for a little bit, then they'll accelerate after the other one's kind of done. So mine now at this point aren't getting off that shelf. And also I've been doing them over to TikTok, but some of them do good over TikTok, some don't do good over TikTok. I'm thinking about adding something in on TikTok and Instagram probably in another month or 2. I'm just waiting on something. The Jewelry Spot, welcome. And how are you this morning? We're just talking about, being a YouTube creator, how we're constantly changing, because YouTube is constantly changing. Okay, you could do a live stream. You do it like you would be doing a short, horizontal, and then it goes into a live short shelf, or whatever YouTube accepted as that. So that's something new. I have an idea for that too, what I'm thinking about doing, but I don't want to think about too much. And also too, I'm thinking more on goals. I am good. Yeah, things change so fast. They really do. And as YouTube creators, YouTube can take over your life. It took over my life. The first 2.5 years, it took over my life because I didn't know how to edit. Then I had to buy supplies for YouTube, my camera, my ring lights, all the other stuff that's involved with YouTube. And I know a lot of people say don't buy the camera, but I said if you because you don't know how long you're gonna be on YouTube, but I say the more tools that you have, it makes it easy. It really does. It makes it easy. And if you don't last on YouTube, you can always sell it. You can always sell it. because my camera is going on 3 years old. So I know that I'm going to have to end up getting a camera probably by the end of the year. So if that one's in pretty good shape, I probably just would give that to a creator that don't have one, is what I'm thinking. So we'll see, what I decide to do. And the only thing with cameras too, what camera do y'all use in do you use a camera or do you just use your phone? Because I use the Sony ZV1. The only thing about the Sony ZV1, I love the camera. The Sony ZV1, the lens aren't interchangeable. You could buy an adapter thing, but you'll tear up your daggone camera with that. But I want the E10 because the E10, I could change the lens to wider lens. So, but yeah, I use my phone a lot when I'm out, is what I do. But then you could buy too much stuff because it's not up here. The gimbal. But you know what? I probably will use this later on though. I use it now sometime. Okay, Rooted. Yeah, iPhone cameras are just as good. And the gimbal, this is just, a stabilizer. Your phone stabilizer is the gimbal. It keeps your phone stabilized. This one, the old ones didn't have this, I don't think, but it'll stand on here. So but I'm going to start using it. This I'm not getting rid of. Yeah, because when I go to like the park, like I did the other day, this is what I should have had. I should have had this. And it also has like, a little stand, kickstand. So it just stabilized. A lot of cruisers use this. Are people that's outside, that's doing things. But like I say, with YouTube, we're constantly evolving. You got to stay. Hey, controversial cruising, how you doing? You off today? And my little 35-year-old, he gonna be turning 36. I used to use him as an example all the time, but he getting old on me now. Can't use it any. I can't use it anymore. Controversial cruising. We're just talking about YouTube, constantly changing. And I know controversial cruising gonna be working on them watch hours. And when I came, when I was working on my watch hours, there was no streaming out. In a way, it's good in its own way. But the only thing I kind of think when you're working on those watch hours, when you go solo a lot of times, I'm not saying don't go to the group, okay? But go on your own too, because you're going to get a lot more hours on your own. Because you're going to have people here, you're going to have people there, you're going to have people everywhere, and everybody not going to bounce around to everybody channel. We used to do that, but I know a lot of people aren't doing that now. But like I say, lives, going on a group chat, you going on lives, what else? Playlists. Don't underestimate playlists. That was one good thing on Tuba Chat, and I'm so glad he started talking started saying it more about the playlist, because that's how I got a lot of my hours. I would have every browser open running people their playlist, and you can't keep running. And that's another thing. That's probably why I lost hours too, because you can't keep running people playlists over and over. It's not going to count. So remember that. Remember that. So when y'all get in those little groups, remember that people can't keep running stuff over and over and over, because it's not going to count. Okay, so just remember that, because really our content really was the thing that was supposed to get us there in reality. Okay. Let's see. No, I'm on a work trip, but not driving. Keisha said, I mostly use my camera. Bought a little imitation GoPro like camera, but don't use it a lot. And how did that work for you? The one that wasn't as much as the How does that camera work? Just because it's not, it's not all money, you know. But my next camera is definitely going to be, the lens are going to be interchangeable, is what it is. So I definitely want that. Also, you got to have some goals, y'all. You got to have some goals. What you're going to do a year from now? What are you going to do 5 years from now? My goal, tell me, what is your goal this year? From now to the end of the year, what's your goal? You don't have to share it if you don't want to share it, but my goal is to grind as much as I can to the end of the year. That is my goal. So I'm doing the shorts daily. I'm doing the 3 vlogs a week. I'm doing the live. And then once a month, I do my tea party. And I don't think tea party is happening this month, though, because we're I just thought about it. Yeah, I think I was going to skip this month anyway, but I'm, coming back. I only skipped it one time the whole time. Keisha says her GoPro works fine if you read the instructions. Yeah, a lot of people don't read instructions now, So, and another thing besides goals, schedules. Schedules is another thing you want to set up. And I'm really honestly working on a schedule so I can honestly have 2 days off where no YouTube. So that means if I do that, I am going to have to work my butt off them other 5 days. So that's what I'm my deep thought this week. And I was telling, was it my friend or was it Trish? I can't remember, but 2 days off in a week is what I want to do. So that means 5 days I'm really going to have to work my butt off. Controversial says, honestly, to leave this job I'm on the work trip for and go full-time plus at my other job and get a new car. What kind of car we getting? What kind of car? I want a Range Rover. What you get? I want a Range Rover. We know how much a Range Rover costs, right? I got to have piles of money to get a Range Rover. And that's so good to have goals too about a job. And, and that's what about younger people. It's so easy for them to step out than what older people was. And I'm so glad that I had that in me to be able to walk away from a 15-year job, and not look back and never go back. And scheduling, I definitely, anybody think about the creators, do you ever take off days where you just don't think about YouTube? And I think with vlogging, it gets kind of hard because everywhere you are, you want to film, so I got to get out of that thinking when I'm on those days off, because I'm retired. So I know that I don't use my time like it should be. I really do know that. Okay. I want my editing to get better than what it is. I need a new intro. I need a new outro. Intro, outro. And you know what I say? I'm always willing to pay for it. But when you pay for something, then I get a little picky. So it has to have somebody that really experienced at it and they can take my pickiness. Okay. What else I got on here? Also going on 3 years, my blinders, I'm not going to stay on much longer. My blinders have came off. You know how you're just in a tunnel vision where you're not looking to the left, you're not looking through the right, you just looking straight ahead. Oh yeah, that's changed, y'all. That has changed. Okay. YouTube creators, we're just people. We're just people. We either like each other or we don't like each other. One or the other. We either help each other or we use each other. And I remember I had somebody do something for me, and Keisha, oh God, oh Lord, she just too professional. And somebody did something for me, and then they used part of it to get their numbers. I purchased something from them. And she said, Betty, did you have that? She was basically saying your little contract that he couldn't use, and I didn't. So what could I get mad at? And he's used a couple of more times, and I can't get upset because I didn't read the instructions that Keisha would say. So that was just a big no. So now I know, and not to say I won't use him again. I'll use him, but he won't be able to use my stuff if I purchase it from him. Okay. And also know too, YouTube, it is competitive. I don't care what y'all say. And then we now have professionals that's coming in and their stuff is uphill. We will never be able to reach that, y'all. Ever. So the only thing I can say is do the best you can. Give it your best. You can. Let's see what Keisha said. I do not consider myself a content creator. I always capture memories by camcorder, and now my cell phone. So I need to decide if I really want to be a content creator here on YouTube. And you got time for that, sister. You got time to think about that, because YouTube gonna always be here, and you're young enough to later on maybe, because I would have never dreamed in a million years I would have been on YouTube. You know, and to have even made it this long, I wanted to give up so many times. But then you put so much work in it, and it's like, I just can't. I just can't. Yep, that content making him good watch hours. Yep. Yeah, so it is, you just have to really work hard. And then and I meant to ask Kevin a question too, because I think a lot of us, and I really need to bring this back next week, is a lot of us think once we get the 4,000 watch hours that we have to continually keep in that 4,000 watch hours after we monetize, but that's not it. That's not it. And I think a lot of people are really thinking that you do, and I think a lot of people have people thinking that too. So I just know that if you don't do anything up to 6 months, or after that 6 months, YouTube at their discretion can take away that monetization. But usually 6 months, a lot of people don't, or you throw something up on your community page, or you do something, but that 4,000 watch hours is not going to, that's not something you're going to have to maintain for the rest of your YouTube life. Okay, because once you become partners, that's YouTube discretion. If you break a rule or whatever, of course they'll throw you off, or they find something that you're dirty and you did it and you didn't do something organically, then yeah, they can throw you off. Jury Spot says these watch hours are hard for me. They're hard for everybody. You go back and look at my live, Jury Spot. Back 4 months, 5 months ago, 5 months ago, because we're in. I think I got it in 4 or 5 months ago. Girl, I'm so tired. I don't even know which way is left. But when you look at you'll see I was on all times. I was up day and night. Oh my goodness. It's a grind. So what I would say right now is start doing playlists. And also, what I want to say, Tuba Chat is a great place to go that I feel safe about. I feel safe that you get, getting play. I'm not saying other people not, y'all. Okay. I'm just saying, I just think that's a safe spot to do playlists with. And no one's really taking from you, prayfully, but everybody's working together to get to that 4,000 watch hours. So that might be, you don't have to pay anything when you go there. You don't have to, be a member. And, I think that's so important because a lot of people don't have money to pay, to be in a group. It's nice if they can, but it's not, required of you. I think, that's what it is. But it's a grind. It's really a grind. And I'm trying to think. So I've talked about so much all of this. Also remember too that very few people make it. I talked about that to get that 10,000. And remember, it takes time a lot of times. If you look at some people, they've been on here 8 years. You'd be like, oh, the numbers. Because I'm looking at this guy. God, I'm trying to think of his name. I just started watching him. And he is amazing. Oh, God. Is it Carlos? I can't remember. Oh, God. But he's a YouTube. He's amazing. He's a creator. He's a vlogger. He does everything. And he really talks from his soul. Oh, my God. But I found him. And that's another thing. I'm at the point now before I get off here, because it's been over an hour, that I really look at other YouTube creators that's above or on the same level or have less subscribers than me. Because you always want to try to make your work better. That's if you don't know how to edit, I say start learning. You could teach yourself. You could look at YouTube videos. I looked at YouTube videos, but honestly, editing is hands-on. Editing is hands-on. I can show you the basics, but all that other stuff in between is hands-on. I remember I was doing something with Trish one day, and she just took and she moved something. I'm like, you could do that. And let me tell you, that was a game changer for me. Oh my goodness. Because we both have the MacBooks. So that was, we had the same computer, and that, it was like, oh my goodness. That was phenomenal. And Keisha said the professional me went to double check your statement on continued monetization eligibility. Your statement is almost verbatim of what is the YouTube help support system. Yeah, and that's one thing about me, Keisha. I like to know the back end. Somebody can say something, and that's why I say people could tell me that I'm wrong. And if they say, I can take it and I can go back and look and come back and say, you know what, you were right. I can take that. If somebody would have came over and said, I don't think so. But yeah, that's one thing I think that really need to be talked about is why are you continuing this path of working so hard to maintain that 4,000? You're already monetized. Work on your content to get it better. Work on your editing to get it better. Heck, I probably ain't even at the middle ground, but I work to get it better, and that's why my blog isn't out today. I could have had it, but I've been just trying to fine tune it a little more. And I have some other ideas that I want to change up on that, but I'm still going to keep my 3 days though. Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then I have my live like this morning, 9:30 a.m. weekly on Wednesday. And then I've been doing my shorts. So I have a lot. And like I said, I'm really going to work on my schedule. I've been working on that hard where I'm not on YouTube late is my thing now. And I've been wanting to do that. I'm only going once in a while, I'll pop on because maybe I see somebody's name and, and a lot of times I'm there, but I don't say anything because I know once I say anything, then I got to say hi to everybody and it's late. But I'm giving you some hours. I can tell you that. I know, Keisha, our research, I know you was in somebody's chat. That's what I was calling you about. But it and I agreed. And I think when you were in that chat, that's when I really started thinking about that because you knew what you were talking about, you know, but that person is so well loved, you know, so that's where the problem kind of comes in, you know. And she's well respected, as she should be. YouTube does reserve the right at its discretion to remove monetization from channels if a channel is inactive and not uploading or posting community posts for 6 months or more. Yep, that's it. Okay, thumbs up, and share me out. And thank y'all so much for coming. And you know, and I'm gonna be here next Wednesday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm still trying to come up with a name for my OGs. It sounds like it's gonna be OGs. Somebody said Betty Boop. Oh no, Betty Boop. Hey, my Betty Boop peeps. I don't know. That don't sound right. But anyway, I will chit chat with y'all later. And bye. And again, thanks so much for coming by. And here I go.
Just text, I know it's a toss. Oh, but I hate the fact that we lost touch. Ayy.